everyone, Ipsy here. Today I am going to teach you how to continue your crochet project. So this stitch that I'm going to teach you is called a single crochet, and it is a very common stitch in crochet. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing amigurumi or anything else, honestly, it's very common, and it's one that everybody for sure needs to know. Today, you will need some yarn. I have this weight 4 worsted weight yarn that I'm going to use today. You'll need a hook. I said last time when I taught how to do a chain stitch that I do suggest you use an H or an I hook. If you're just starting out, it's just easier to get the stitches with a bigger hook, but not too big. I wouldn't want you to use a Q because with this kind of yarn, at least, it's not going to work very well. It's going to make your stitches very loose, which for some things is good, but not when you're just learning. And you will also need a pair of scissors if you plan to make like a dish rag or something. All right, so you're going to start. And if you don't know how to do this yet, then I will link my how to chain stitch video down below. So you're going to start with a slip knot, and then I'm going to do 11 chain stitches. Just for the sake of showing. Obviously, like one of the best things that you could make if you actually wanted to make a project with this is a dishcloth. So that I would make, it depends on who you are, but I would make it maybe that long. So that's, I have a very small hook here, but maybe double what I did. It just kind of depends. I do personally like to make them odd numbers as well because you're going to not stitch into one of them. Okay, so to start, you're going to skip this first chain. I hope you can see it, but there's one chain. You can kind of see that I've had kids tell me they look like braids before. So we have this one. This is a chain where it's a V. This is a chain. That's a chain. So you're going to skip this first chain and you're going to go into the second chain, okay, with your hook. So you have the first loop on your hook and then that chain stitch. Then you're going to just come around and pull that through just the one. So you still have 2 on your hook, okay, and then wrap it around again and pull through both of those. And that's a single crochet. Okay, so let's do that again. Now, if you look, this looks kind of loose, but that is not my next chain. This is my next chain. If in doubt, you can always count them. Okay, so you're going to go in to that next chain, wrap that around your hook, pull through just that one, wrap that around your hook again. Now, this is your tail, or not your tail end. This is your long end that's attached to the ball of yarn. Okay, so wrap that around again and pull through both of those loops. Okay, and we're just going to keep going with that. So put it in, wrap it around, pull through 1, wrap it around, pull through 2. Okay, and honestly, this is pretty much what you're going to do for about any stitch. It's just different numbers of loops that you're pulling through. Sometimes you wrap one around the hook before you put it into the next stitch. It just really depends on the stitch. I wanted to get to the end of this row though, because I want to tell you something very, very important. And this is going to be universally done with any stitch that you do. So I can teach later how to do a half double or a double. This is going to be the same for all of them. Okay. If you want to, you can tighten this slip knot up a bit so that it looks uniform and even. Okay. Before you go to the next row, so if I flip this over here, okay, you would be persuaded to just skip that, right? Because it's hard to go into, first off. It really is. It's very difficult to go into that. It's doable, but it's hard. So if you do skip that, you're going to end up with a triangle. Okay. So what you do at the end of a row, if we're continuing on to the next row, you're going to put a chain. Okay. Like I said before, they are very important. Now, I'm also going to show this next row because it's a little different than going into a chain. Okay. So you have your chain stitch right here, and then you have your first single crochet, since we're working on top of the single crochets now. Okay. You're not going to go through just one of those loops to have one loop on your, or two loops on your hook. These loops, you go through both at the same time. So you technically have 3 on your hook, but you don't really see those 2. Okay. And it's just going to be the same. You just pull through those and then you pull through those 2. Okay. So there are different stitches. Sometimes a pattern will say go through front or back loop only. If they say that, this is the front loop, the one that's closest to you, and then this is the back loop, the one that's farther away from you. Okay. And you would just go through just that one to pull it through. And if you go through the back one, it actually, well, I guess either one would, but it creates kind of a bump there. And then the front one, if you were to do that, can create a bump on the back. Okay. You can really see that one. Those are the 2 stitches I just did. So you can tell that there's something missing in a way. That could add a really cool texture if you wanted to do that. And then of course, when you're done, you're just going to clip it or snip it off and pull in or tie in your end with a needle, or you can pull it in with your hook too. Just kind of inserting your hook between stitches and pulling it back and forth. If it's something big, you can pull it up. Sometimes that helps to get it to stay. But you can't see it. Like you cannot see where I pulled that through at all. And then you're just going to snip it really close to that right there. All right. I hope everybody was able to follow along and learn something from this video. If you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.